green aliens from a faraway place.
They've forced others out of their homes, taken up residence in them themselves, and even stolen the very food from under others' noses.
This is the culprit, the ring-necked parakeet, normally found somewhere up a Himalayan mountain. Why has it swapped Asia for Asia?
Our birdman David Lindo has been figuring out how they got here and if they're heading your way.
It's just gone 7 and I'm waiting for what I know will be an amazing, noisy wildlife spectacle. And here it comes. Incredible. It is absolutely amazing. Here comes another lot now. And they still keep coming. Every evening, over 7,000 rose-ringed parakeets roost in these trees. But we're not in the tropics. We're not in India. This is Surrey. Isha Rugby Club, to be precise. And these colourful and very sociable birds are absolutely thriving here. It's estimated that there's around 30,000 parakeets living wild in the UK, and experts believe that this will rise to 50,000 by the end of the decade. The vast majority of them are here in Surrey, and I've come to Bushy Park to find out more. I've been passionate about birds and wildlife since I was about this small. And despite living in London, I go bird watching every single day. I never switch off. But one thing I must admit to you is, I haven't really been paying much attention to the parakeets until now. There seems to be a parakeet in almost every tree, and they've been breeding here successfully since the 60s. How did these small parrots come to be here in the first place? Well, there are many stories, or should I say myths, concerning this one. The first of which, they escaped from the film set of that famous film, The African Queen. But my favourite one, imagine this one, Jimi Hendrix on Carnaby Street in the 60s. He has Adam and Eve, 2 parakeets in his hand, and as a peace offering he lets them go. 40 years later, we have 30,000 parakeets. How amazing is that? The more likely but less exciting explanation is that they are descendants of escaped pets. They survive so well in our climate because in their native India, their range of habitat goes from tropical jungles to freezing conditions at altitudes of 4,000 feet up in the Himalayan mountains. To be honest though, I've never really been a keen fan of parakeets. I don't think they belong in this country. They're not British birds. They should be in India. But I think I'm in a minority in this part of London. What do you feel?
I love them. I absolutely love them.
They add a bit of exoticness to the area, I think.
I love them.
And you love the noise they make, yeah?
They are a little noisy, but it's a pleasant sound, yeah.
So do you think parakeets are British now?
Yeah, why not? Give them a passport, they can be here.
So the humans round here have taken these newcomers to their hearts. But what about the local bird population? These newcomers need nesting sites. They need to find food. And it makes you wonder, does this actually have a negative impact on our British birds? Parakeets nest in holes and crevices in trees. So do woodpeckers and so do starlings. I mean, take this tree here. That hole there probably belonged to a woodpecker once upon a time. Now a pair of parakeets live there. As for their diet, well, it's remarkably similar to a vast number of our British birds. Buds, fruit, seeds, berries and nuts. They can also live to the ripe old age of 20, hence the rapid growth in their numbers. It's got some people so worried that a government survey has been commissioned to assess their impact on our native species. There's been mutterings about a cull killing off all the birds. Personally, I think it's inappropriate. I think it's way too late. Besides, too many people love these birds. I think now it's a case of learning to live with our new noisy neighbours. Because love them or hate them, I think they're here to stay.